Okay, so in the previous video I did a quick build for cylinder A to go out, then cylinder B to go out, then cylinder A to come in, then cylinder B to come in. So what I've done is added a little bit of detail of putting in some flow control here. So what the flow control will do, it'll mean that I can slow down the cylinders and you can see them operate. And I've also added here our little design sequence. So what we did was we knew that the sequence was A out, B out, A in, B in. So we know then, we look at our sequence and we said that our push button and switch B0 must make A go out. And to get A to go out, that means we have to turn on solenoid Y1. When cylinder A goes out, we hit A1, therefore A1 has to cause B to go out, and that's controlled by solenoid Y3. When B goes out, it'll hit switch B1. B1 must make A come in by triggering solenoid Y2. And whenever A goes in, it'll hit switch A0, therefore A0 needs to make B go in. And to get B to go in, we trigger solenoid Y4. So that shows you just a little design element. And if I run it, going to run, and press our switch, we can see the flow controls have slowed it down to the point where we can see that A went out, then B went out, then A came in, then B came in. Now, you have all attempted variations of the sequences that I've given you, and the solutions have been good. So I'm ready to move on to a little bit more complex sequence. So let's say we change our sequence now and we say we're going to do a sequence which is like this. So it's going to be cylinder A goes out, then B goes out, then A comes in, then B comes in. So for us to do that, last thing to happen in the sequence, so I'm going to change this to B in, and this to A in. Last thing to happen is A comes in, so that means that this switch is going to be A0. A will then go out, hit A1, B will then go out, hit B1, B will come in and hit B0. So that's going to be the correct order of the switches, and this is the correct order of the cylinder motion. And for us to achieve that, we've got to change these around. So A out is caused by Y1, B out is caused by Y3, B in is caused by Y4, and A in is caused by Y2. So this is our design element in theory. That's what, if we follow the same rules as we've followed previously. So now that means that this, we change push button and A0, so this becomes A0. And then we've got A1. So from here, A1, B1, B0, A1, B1, B0. The relays stay the same, K1, K2, K3, and K4. K1, K2, K3, K4. And then our order of our solenoids changes. So now with Y1, Y3, Y4, Y2, Y1, Y3, this changes to Y4, and this changes to Y2. So with Y1, Y3, Y4, Y2. Now just be careful with the software because you can see that it has changed the order of these around solenoids here, so you need to make sure that they go back to the right place. So it becomes Y2, and this one becomes Y4. So in theory, now we have been told what the sequence is, we've worked out which switches should trigger which, and we've worked out which solenoids make each of the cylinder movements. We have our circuit, our pneumatic circuit built correctly with the switches A0, A1, B0, B1. We've got the 5-2 directional control valves, and those have the solenoids Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. We've got our electrical circuit, and in the correct order, push button in A0 controls K1. K1 gets triggered, Y1 goes. If Y1 triggers, cylinder A goes out. When it goes out, it hits A1. A1 triggers relay K2. K2 turns on Y4. This is Y4, so that should make cylinder B go in. No. Let's just pause a little second. A1, K2. Sorry, I have those the wrong. So that's Y3, that's fine. So Y3 causes B to go out, hits B1. B1 triggers K3. K3 triggers Y4. Brings cylinder B back in. B back in, hits B0. B0 triggers K4. K4 relay contact closes, and Y2 goes. So in theory, this should operate, but there's an issue. And when we go to run, we have a problem with trapped signals. So remember, from our pilot control, we can't have air on both sides of the pilot lines. And it's the same with the solenoids. So if you look here, if B0 is triggered, which it is, because the start of the sequence cylinder B is sitting fully in, so B0 is active. That makes K4 relay come on. K4 relay is on. That means Y2, this switch, or this solenoid is active. Y2 is active. So whenever I try to push the button here, Y1 comes on, but nothing moves because Y2 is already on. So once we hit the push button, Y1 and Y2 are both on, and we've got a trapped signal. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is talk you through how we come up with a solution to that problem.